So Narottam, as a young boy, he was very much attached to listen about Krishna. So constantly he was following up Krishna Das. Please tell me about him. Please tell me about Lord Chaitanya. And spending hours and hours. And Krishna Das also used to talk to Narottam. And actually, there are many Krishna Das in Chaitanya Leela. Many Krishna Das. This is a different person. So Narottam, at a very young age, he developed so much and so much of this thing. And one day, in Narottam's dream, Mahaprabhu appeared and said, "Go and take bath in Padma river." Because that is the place where Lord Chaitanya deposited prema. And it is the responsibility of the river Padma that in future when Narottam Das Thakur comes, the river is supposed to hand over prema to Narottam and Narottam is supposed to distribute. So the day when Narottam went to Padma, the river Padma has experienced that feeling only once in its lifetime. That is when Lord Chaitanya came to take bath in her waters. When Mahaprabhu came to take bath in Padma River experienced a terrific ecstatical symptoms. She was overflowing and the waters were splashing in all directions. She was jubilant. She could not control herself. It's also said, like when Ganga meets the ocean, this happens in Ganga Sagar Mela. So Padma experienced. And Padma has experienced only once that, and Lord Chaitanya said, when Narottam comes in future, you hand over this prema to Narottam. And Narottam came, and Padma could experience that same feeling which she experienced years back. She felt that second time, and she realized Narottam has come. And Narottam came, offered prayers to river Padma, and Narottam got inside the waters to take a dip. And Narottam could feel, because he received the prema deposited by Lord Chaitanya, this universal love, which is emanating from Goloka, is the only answer for humanity. Goloker Premadhan Harinam Sankirtan. This dhana, this wealth, Premadhana, Golokera Premadhana, this wealth of love from Goloka has taken the form of Harinam, holy name. So how deeply and sincerely we should chant the holy name. And you see, even in material world, when a son does a mistake, father forgives his son just because father has love for his son. If that same mistake is done by a servant, the father, who is a master, will not forgive him. He may give punishment, he may become harsh, he may get angry, he may scold. But if the same mistake is done by his son, a father forgives out of love. And this love can overcome all this trouble and pain and miseries in life. If material love can surpass these things, we should understand that pure love coming from Goloka. It is the only solution for all the crises in this material world. And even beyond, it will take us back to Goloka. And Narottam has become the owner, the master, the distributor of that prema. And Narottam experienced, from that day, Narottam started experiencing the transcendental ecstasy, all the time chanting Mahaprabhu's name, Krishna's name, and tears were flowing and weeping. And slowly his parents started feeling very uneasy. There is a big change in behavior. Narottam is all the time speaking about Krishna, Mahaprabhu, spirituality, chanting Krishna's name, and he loves to associate with sadhus. And that created a kind of fear in the parents' heart, because they're also devotees, but at the same time, they don't want their son to just go off like that as a sadhu or something. Like we discussed the other day, Srinivas Acharya became a Grahastha householder, but Narottam became a lifelong brahmachari. He remained as a single person. He didn't get into a family life. So parents were very, very scared, and that some fear struck them. What if our son goes off? All this wealth and riches, servants and maids, they're all waiting to serve Narottam. Such a handsome looking boy, attracting everyone's heart. What if this boy becomes a sadhu? So at a very young age, Narottam's parents started looking for a bride. And many, many wonderful, beautiful proposals came. So when Narottam came to know about this, Narottam decided to run away from the house. And he has heard so much of Krishna conscious topics from Krishnadas. He was saturated. It is very important. Whatever dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pachayate. There we are involving our senses regularly. In that topic, we will develop attachment. If you are using your eyes, nose, tongue, ear, everything in share market, then my attachment will be there in share market. If you are regularly using your senses in some other materialistic, some other topic, your consciousness will be always meditating on that topic. Wherever your senses are, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pachayate. In that topic, attachment will develop. So if you don't want your mind to dwell on certain topics, very simple, you don't see, don't hear, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. That's it. Slowly the mind will get relieved from that. Gradually the mind will forget that. Just pull the senses from that object, mind will also get separated. But you keep constantly seeing that, talking about that, listening about that, then mind will develop attachment in that particular topic. So because Narottam was constantly hearing about Mahaprabhu, he developed such a deep attachment. Narottam decided to leave home. He wanted to leave the house. And he ran away. When he was a young boy, he ran away from the house. Because his father was a very influential person, very rich man. He had many guards and securities, working for him. So they also went in different direction in search of him. And they immediately caught him. But this beautiful boy said, please, to the security chief, he said, my dear uncle, please leave me. My heart doesn't dwell in any of these things. I simply wanted to chant Krishna's name and associate with sadhus, and that is where my heart is. If you forcefully take me back and put me in this, I won't be happy. Do you want me home back, or do you want to see me happy always? And his very innocent, pure words penetrated the heart of security chief, and he permitted him to go. So Narottam went to Vrindavan. And all the Vaishnavas, including Jiva Goswami, Loknath Goswami, and many Vaishnavas who were there, they all have heard from Lord Chaitanya and Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami that a great, wonderful personality called Narottam is going to come in the future. And he will be the reason for distributing prema. And they were all waiting to receive him. And he was like the youngest. Even Srinivas Acharya, his close friend, was waiting for him. And their beautiful meeting is explained in the scriptures. How love was pouring down when the both Vaishnavas, when they meet. Because they were hankering and waiting for days together to see them. And Narottam has heard so much about Srinivas. How thirsty he was to get Lord Chaitanya's blessings, darshan. Because the other day we discussed how much Srinivas traveled from one place to another to meet Lord Chaitanya, and he was constantly getting disappointed and he was about to commit suicide. So Narottam has heard so much about Srinivas. So he wanted to simply see Srinivas and serve him. And on the other hand, Srinivas has heard so much about Narottam and he wanted to serve him because he is the treasure house of Prema. And the devotees, very young they were, both of them. They were hugging and embracing and bathing each other with their tears and glorifying them as though they had 1,000 mouths. If at all we get a chance to speak the qualities of a Vaishnava, we should never miss the chance. By glorifying a Vaishnava, we get out of all this material entanglement. We'll be very happy doing that seva and we'll become purified by speaking about a Vaishnava.